So what the Students' Union suggests, Sonia, is that we take the college van, we staff it with volunteers, and we go out late at night with hot soup and bread rolls to distribute to those people sleeping rough, like homeless vagrants of no fixed abode.
You mean like those spurned and rejected scapegoats of society? Tar-brushed for their failure to conform to accepted norms and conventional mores?
Yeah, like stinking old tramps and dirty old dosses, you mean, do we?
We also plan to visit old people at the weekend, Sonia, take them shopping, redecorate, dig their gardens.
Yeah, whether they want them dug up or not. When in doubt, help a pensioner out.
It happens to be very horrendous, Steve, for many people of a pension-drawing age, like elderly ladies with occluded arteries, fending off hypothermia, up to their necks in threadbare pussycats, afraid to doze off in case they get burgled, afraid to go out in case they get mugged.
Oh, it's not that bad, though, is it? I mean, they get cheap travel on the bus.
Oh, and what other compensation do you need, eh? Thing is, Sonia, we are headed towards a predominantly aged society.
We want to get rid of them all, then. Give them the elbow. Ring up Exit, they'll soon show them the door.
Steve, just because someone has passed a certain age doesn't mean to say you show them the door. Old people have an awful lot to offer us.
Yeah, hours of endless reminiscence.
You should respect and honour people in their grey hairs.
Why did they when they were young? Tell you what, though. Something I read in a magazine, right? There's this theory going round that going senile is actually caused by a virus. And they reckon it's contagious and that you can catch it from someone, like the flu.
Oh, is that so, Steve?
Yeah.
In that case, whatever you do, don't cough over anyone.
We should never come to Newcastle.
More tea, Brian?
Oh, no, honestly, really. 9 cups is usually more than enough for me. I must get on with the decorating.
Well, just half a cup, then.
Oh, all right, just half a cup. Thank you. Thank you.
There you are. And take a piece of cake.
Oh, no, I couldn't eat another crumb, thank you.
But I baked it specially knowing you were coming. Now, go on.
Oh. In that case, just the merest morsel, just a taste. Thinnest slices you can manage. I've tucked in that much I could...
There. Now, go on, a young boy like you.
Well, I'll be well stocked up on this, eh? I'll have that much energy, I'll be able to build a house, never mind redecorate one.
Don't worry for that now, Michael. Just eat your cake.
It's Brian, not Michael, Mrs. Pembroke.
Oh, sorry, Barry. Oh, did I show you my husband's photograph?
Yes. I think I've seen them all now, actually.
Oh, now, here's one. Now, he hadn't died when that one was taken. You can see the difference, can't you?
He looks a very distinguished man.
Oh, here's one of my son. Now, he was only 45 when he was called. He looked after me after his father had passed away. He was the only one, you see.
Oh, your son as well.
Oh.
I am sorry.
Oh, I'm over it now, Victor. It's just that I don't expect Christmas will be quite the same this year, with both of them gone.
No, I don't expect it will, no. It's delicious cake, lovely tea.
Yeah. Not that I'm complaining. I'm lucky having you come round. Plenty worse off than me, Victor. I'm dandy. It's the pensioners I'm worried about.
The pensioners? Oh, yes.
Well, they have a bad time, don't they, with the electricity and the gas. I don't know how some of them are going to manage. It must be very worrying for them. Still, at least they've got the wireless, haven't they?
Yes. Yes, I suppose they can always tune into the wireless.
I'm glad you came, Michael. You've cheered me up.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's been a real tonic for me, too, Mrs. Pembroke.
Well, this won't do, sitting here chatting. I better get the kettle on and make us a nice cup of tea. Another bit of cake.
I was given your address by the day centre. I'm from Youth Age Mobile Workshop Interlock.
Aye. Oh, from the council, are you?
No, it's a matriarch-patriarch, non-institutionalised support system designed by appropriate technology to assist senior citizens in incapacitated circumstances without undermining their morale or their independence. It's a non-elitist, non-profit-making organisation, and we don't have any illusions about ourselves.
Oh, you're from the welfare, social services, is it?
No, it's run by students, but not exclusively students. It also includes graduates and ex-students who made an effort to keep their reading up. Would you like me to dig your garden for you?
Yeah, I've only got this little bit of garden and a window box in it.
Or could I tidy up your grow bag? Or do you want something repotted or your fertiliser changed?
Oh, it's all right, thanks.
Or can I paint your ceiling for you? Or is there something up a ladder you can't quite manage, yeah?
Yeah, I've just decorated it all through, top to bottom. It's all done, thanks.
Well, can I fetch you a hot meal then?
Oh, I had a late breakfast, thanks.
How about a cheese roll? Would you like a mid-morning snack, yeah?
Oh, I'm all right. Thanks for asking, though, but I'm all right.
Well, can I arrange some transport for you so you can do your shopping, you know? Buy a green lip mussel extract and that.
Well, I'm just on my way out. I'm all right for transport. I still get around on me bike. Excuse me.
It's so nice of you to take me out, Brian.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Mrs. Frost. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this afternoon.
It's not often I get out to do a bit of shopping.
Yes, well, Mrs. Frost, perhaps we should go and have a cup of coffee, if you've got everything that you wanted.
Oh, there are one or two other little articles.
Mrs. Frost.
Yes, Brian.
Mrs. Frost, I think that a sweater just inadvertently fell into your bag.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think it did.
Well, it didn't fall in, Pet. I'm stealing it.
Such a long time since I've been out, you know. It's 2 years. I don't like open spaces. Do you think it's going to rain?
You just got to try, Mrs. Wilburn, to overcome these agoraphobic propensities. Otherwise, you're just going to get totally dysfunctional, you know? Now, it's all right.
I don't know, really.
It's all right. I'm in accompaniment now. Look, we're almost at the gate.
I don't want to go. I've changed my mind. I don't want to go.
It's all right, Mrs. Roy. It's okay.
Honestly, Mrs. Wilburn!
Wilburn, was that really necessary? I mean, was there any call to turn it into a bat-out-of-hell situation? Now, just open the door and we can try again, yeah?
Silly old bat!
Didn't mean that.
Yes, you did!
It was an uphill struggle sometimes, though, Sonia. It was really heavy going. How did you get on?
I've had it to the limit, Brian. I was even propositioned by a baggy-trousered septuagenarian sex maniac. I mean, he wanted me to do some sewing for him, his trousers, and would I like to come inside while he took them off?
I ended up in the police station. When the store detective apprehended her, she said it was me who'd been stuffing the things into her bag. They interrogated me for an hour.
Dear, so how did it resolve in the upshot?
Well, she paid for it and they let her off. Oh, and the other one. Everyone in her family had died. She kept showing me the photographs. She had nothing left, not a thing. Even her budgerigar was dead.
What a shame.
Well, she wouldn't admit it, you see. It was just lying there in the bottom of the cage with its legs sticking up in the air. I'll go back. I'll bring her a new one.
I mean, they're so fiercely independent and doggedly tenacious, these old people, though. Even in the garden, it's competitive digging. Sprier than you are sort of thing. I mean, one old woman was digging twice my speed. She fell out a walking frame 3 times. Do you think we'll still be together when we're old, Brian?
Oh, you never know, eh? Cottage by the sea, roses round the door.
Yeah, or a bungalow. I'm really getting into bungalows these days. And I won't mind if, well, you know, if you ever go bald or that.
Oh, fine. Hey, I won't mind if you go bald either. I was joking, Sonia. Sonia, I wasn't serious. Sonia, it was a joke. You working hard?
Flipping heck, Bray, what you sneaking about for? Made me spill me drink. You playing at?
So this is your little lair, is it? This is your little den of idleness.
What do you want anyway? They sent you down here to do a thesis on the plight of the working man, have they?
I got a letter this morning. I came down to show it to you. It's a letter from Dad.
Dad? Dad who?
Your father as well as mine, Steve. You could write to him as well.
No, I can't afford the time to correspond with every casual acquaintance.
All right, that'll do. Now, if you want the gist, the crux, and the precise predigested, Grandad's not too good. Dad wants us to go and visit him.
Why can't he go himself?
Because he's asking us to. We're nearer.
Why, where is he?
Still where he used to be, Hartlepool. Different address, though. He's in the old people's home now.
Hartlepool? I don't want to go to Hartlepool. They're still fighting them on the beaches in Hartlepool.
Seriously, Steve, I think we should go and see him. Judging from the tenor of the letter, I think he... Well, I think Grandad would like to see us before he goes.
Goes where?
Off to the Norwegian fjords for the sticky gumboot harpooning championships. Where do you think, you silly pig?
Oh, leave it out, Bray. A creaky gate swings long, doesn't it? Hey, do you think he wants to leave us some money, do you? Do you think he's got a lot of money stashed away?
I don't know, Steve. Why don't we grab an ankle each when we get there? Give him a good rattling. See what falls out of his slots.
I'm just wondering. Bound to wonder.
We'll go this weekend then, eh? Be nice to see Grandad again. Be strange. I was always his favourite.
You were not. I was his favourite.
You weren't his favourite. You weren't anyone's favourite.
Oh, we're both their favourites, Grandpa and Grandma. I were all the grandparents' favourites.
They hated you going round their house. You used to get his ferrets agitated. I was the popular one. I was well behaved.
Listen, mate, it were me they preferred, because I had endearing little mannerisms and winning little ways.
No, Steve, I was the favourite there.
Yeah, you were, weren't you? Little Miss Prim, you were, Bray. Always had a well-starched penny. You always had to monopolise everything, didn't you? Wouldn't share anything with me, oh no. Not even 5 minutes of someone else's attention.
Well, I might be mistaken, Steve. I mean, they did like you an awful lot.
No, they didn't. Don't pretend. You got all the toys, and I did annoy the ferrets. Don't know why, just looked in the cage and they start peeing at me.
Brother of the year, though, eh?
Saying a lot. The only brother you got. Excuse me.
You'll be able to see your grandfather in just a minute, Mr. Webber. He hasn't been very well, I'm afraid, and he's just having to take his medicine, but it won't be long.
That's all right. We don't mind waiting. Won't be long now, I don't think. Shouldn't be long now.
Probably not giving him any medicine at all. Probably bringing him down from the attic. Probably keep him all up there, you know, only bring him down when relatives come round. Remove the sheet, dust them off, let you have a look at them when you gone home, stick them back in the loft. Keep them there as insulation.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? I've had a whole bus ride of you. Hey, very tranquil surroundings, though, aren't they, Steve? Very peaceful, very quiet.
Yeah. You can almost hear the arteries hardening. Coagulating like puddings. They always had big tellies in old people's homes.
Do they?
Yeah, big tellies. Big colour tellies with little sliding doors. People donate them. Have to be big so they can all get in front of it. It's part of the penalty for growing old, that. Compulsory telly.
Be nice to see Grandad, though. We were close, weren't we?
Oh, yeah, old Grandpops, old Grandpa, very close, yeah. Gosh, you were always a favourite.
We were both very close.
How long is it since we've seen him, Bray?
Oh, could only have been... It were 14 years. He won't be exactly what he was then, eh?
No, he wasn't that much to start with.
Oh, he was in very good health, Steve. Remarkable health for a man of his age. There was nothing wrong with him, apart from his gammy leg.
Yeah, more than a gammy leg, he were gammy all over. Hey, Bree, what'll we do with Dad when he gets old?
Well, I don't think we should put him in a home unless we really have to.
No. Perhaps we could get him admitted to the zoo.
Get him in with the old age monkeys, eh? Yeah. Pass him off as a geriatric chimpanzee.
That's right.
Feed him on mashed bananas.
Yeah, that'd be a laugh, eh? Yeah, and if the zookeeper's anything like that matron, she'd soon have him swinging.
Up the stairs, on your left, second room. If you can still spare the time to see him, that is.
I'll just check to see if it's the right room.
All right.
Grandad, it's Brian and Steve come to see you.
You got all these credentials? You there, Grandpa?
Steve, better get the matron.
Why, what for?
I don't know, let's just get her, that's all. He doesn't seem to be moving.
Oh, no, we haven't come all this way for nothing.
Morning, miss. What would you like? Steak and kidneys very good. Tasty chops, chicken, breast of lamb. What do you fancy?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm a vegetarian.
Vegetarian? Oh, well, you might have come to the wrong place. You see, we seem to sell an awful lot of meat in here.
Yeah, well, it's not for me. It's just that, like, I'm a novice and a tenderfoot in these matters, and I sort of wanted to avail myself of your butchery experience, like with the choice cuts and that.
You're having a dinner party, is that it, miss?
Well, no, not exactly. I'm more like looking for the correct ingredients for a spread, what I believe is popularly known in the North as a do.
Oh, a do.
Yeah, like after a funeral, sort of like a wake, you know. I understand it's the local custom up here that whenever there's a funeral, afterwards they have a do.
Is that right? No.
Oh, yes, it's all sort of mandatory. I mean, it's really traditional. Like the bereaved returning from the cemetery with ravenous appetites and sort of gathering in the front parlour and sort of slaking their grief on mountains of black puddings and ham sandwiches. Then sort of seeking solace and consolation by quaffing these amazing bottles of milk stout.
Get away. Sounds fascinating.
Then, when they've had what they call a few, they sort of fall to arguing about the merits of the deceased and who's entitled to his money. And they sort of rekindle these old family feuds. And they all start crying. I mean, it's tremendously ethnic.
Aye, it sounds it, yes. Aye, it does.
That's just what they do, you see. When somebody dies, they all go home and take their skeletons out their cupboards. It's an inviolable custom, you see.
Well, it's very strange, miss. I've lived here all my life, and I've never heard of that tradition before today. It just goes to show you, doesn't it?
Well, historically, it's a well-documented fact. It's authoritatively recognised that in the past, you'd have a better time at a funeral in Newcastle than at a wedding in Eastbourne.
Well, what exactly do you want, miss?
Well, how do I cook the black puddings?
Well, I like them fried myself. That's the best way.
Well, can I see some black puddings, please?
Certainly can, miss.
Thank you. Oh, can I have them off the bone, please?
It was nice of the matron to go along.
Yeah, she didn't have to, did she?
It always seems to rain at funerals.
Yeah, though the mess bury people on sunny days do, I suppose.
Yeah. Sonia said something about having some food ready, Steve. Maybe we should make a move soon in that direction.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's going on here, then? Annual general meeting of the manic depressives, is it? You think somebody had died?
They have. Just come back from Hartlepool, George. Grandad's funeral.
My turn for putting me foot in it tonight.
At least he lived to a good long age, though, Bray. I mean, he had a fair shake of the dice, you know.
Oh, yeah. He had good shuffle of the cards, like, didn't he? I mean, he had a good innings.
Oh, yeah, he batted a good few overs, you know. He had a good whack.
And when it was finally LBW, he didn't quibble with the umpire's decision. He walked to the pavilion with dignity.
Quietly, hung his gloves up.
And now he's gone. To have his tea.
Yeah.
Here, for the occasion, lads.
Oh, cheers, George.
Cheers, George. Ah. Well, nothing we can do about it now. It's past remedy, Steve. I mean, life is like a bullet fired through the air, and old age is just the last part of your trajectory.
Yeah. And it's bullseye. Bang in the middle of the graveyard. Smack on target.
All has to end somewhere.
Life's a terminal disease. Hey, open the envelope, right? Once you gave us from him. Open it now.
OK.
What is it?
It's £10. It's a fiver each. He wanted us to have it, to splash out on ourselves as we liked.
Flipping heck, Bray. He were 87. He lived 87 years, and all he had to show at the end of it were a few clothes and 10 lousy quid. And he gave it to us. He wanted us to have it.
Well, there it is. We didn't do right by him, Steve. We didn't have to leave it so long.
You'd give the money out your pocket, wouldn't you, sooner than spare a minute of your time?
We all get old, Steve. Our memories get jumbled. Our stories get long. He wasn't anyone special. He was just an old bloke sitting in his room, waiting for a visit. And no one ever came. We never came, Steve. He was our granddad, and we failed him. We didn't keep faith with the past.
We're just a couple of creeps, Bray. We're just a couple of selfish creeps. Perhaps we could make amends somehow. Maybe we could give the vicar some money.
Why?
Well, that's what you do when people die. You give the vicar money.
What for?
Well, I don't know. It's just what they do, giving a vicar money. It's customary. It's called voluntary contributions.
But do you think he'll still be open? It's gone 8:30.
Oh, yeah, look, I mean, they're always open at the vicarage, Bray, in case someone coming home late from the night shift wants to pop in and give the vicar some money.
OK. I'm with you on this one, Steve. Why don't we have another drink and go into it in a little more depth?
No, Bray. Wherever you want to do, I'm happy. Wherever the arrangement, if that suits you and fits in with your plans, does it?
As you like, Steve, as you like.
Right.
2 more, please, George.
2 more, George, pal. Hello.
Yes?
Right.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but our grandfather's died.
Yeah. And we come to give the vicar some money.
Beg your pardon?
Our grandfather's passed on, you see.
Yeah, and we thought we'd slip the vicar a couple of quid, you know, see.
Yes. Well, you're a bit late for evensong. Have you any idea what the time is?
Oh, it's fast closing time. Don't think you get a drink now.
Oh, I'm sorry if we've called it an inconvenient moment. We can always come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go try the Quakers or the Catholics.
Come in. Wait there. Just wait there. The vicar makes it a point to always see anybody who calls. I have my express instructions on that. My own opinion differs. Wait there.
Yeah, she was a bit of a muscular Christian, Steve, eh? She'd soon have your arm up your back and your head in the font, eh?
She went converting the heathen, she'd do it with a bunch of fives.
Yeah, we better put ourselves together, Steve. Remember where we are. Bit of decorum.
OK. But just a little bit for me, yeah?
Oh, hello. My housekeeper says you have a little problem.
Hello, Your Reverence.
Reference.
We're sorry to call that an inconvenient moment, Your Reverence. It's just that my brother and I, well, we hadn't seen our grandfather for a long time. And then we did eventually the other day. So what we did is, well, we buried him.
You buried him?
Yeah, in Hartlepool's.
In Hartlepool?
Yeah. Well, he wanted to be buried at sea, you see, and that was the nearest we could get. Sort of handy for the docks, you know.
His final resting place.
Was there anyone with you at all?
Matron was there, yeah.
Oh, our dad would have been there as well, but he lives in Yorkshire, and today was his day for signing on.
That's right, yeah. And if he come to the funeral, he might not have got his gyro, you see.
I still remain a little perplexed as to the exact purpose of your visit.
Oh, he left us a little money, you see, a few pounds, just £10, and we'd like to give it to you to in some way perpetuate his memory. We'd quite happily leave it up to you as to what you spent the money on.
Yeah, that's right, you know, anything for the church, you know, like if you wanted to buy some organ music LPs, or some fugues, or some canters, or a roof for his stained glass window, or anything like that.
Yes, well, I can appreciate your somewhat hops-induced remorse. Yeah, but if you care to leave the money with me, I'm sure it can be put to a good use. I feel sure that £10 should allow for a coconut mat in an old people's home in the third world to be dedicated to your grandfather's memory.
Oh, that would be perfect! That would be ideal, wouldn't it, Steve?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, thanks very much, pal. Hope everything goes all right for you, right?
We very much appreciate it. Oh, Steve, the envelope.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, there you go.
It's empty.
It's empty. Steve, what have you done with it?
I know what we did with it, Bray. We spent it in the bar.
We didn't bother about him, Steve, for 14 years. Now we've drunk all his money away. We're no better than
Yobbos, Bray. We're failures. Despicable failures. I tell you, if I was someone else, I'd cross the street rather than walk on the same pavement as me.
this day of all days, Steve. If only we could do something to help someone, to make it square.
Well, maybe someone will fall in the sea and we can rescue him from drowning. Or maybe a lion will come walking past and we can pull a thorn out his paw.
I don't think you get many limping lions in Newcastle.
Limping ostrich would do.
Where are the needy when you need them, eh?
That's where the system collapses, isn't it? Timing's all wrong.
I'm starving. I could eat a horse.
I could eat 2 horses and a dog. Hope Sonia's left something.
It's not too late, Steve. It's never too late to cancel a debt. Come on, we're going to make a small detour.
What are we going to do?
Good works.
Brian, there you are. Do you know what the time is? I've been worried out of my head. I thought you were going to bring your relatives back.
Oh, yes. I am sorry, Sonia. It was only Steve and me. No one else turned up. But it won't go to waste.
Yeah, but where have you been?
We brought some people back to do justice to the spread.
Well, These aren't your relatives, Brian, are they?
No, but it's for Grandad, you see.
No, I don't. I don't see at all. No. No, wait, no.
Here you are. Oh.
Now, you must have had an interesting life, eh? Yeah?